I had this car, I think it was a Mitsubishi 81 or an 83, whatever it was. I can't remember the name of it now. And she was playing up in a lot of ways, you know. And I thought, well, I'll take it into the auto shop to get it, you know, get the timing adjusted on it. Well, I went in there and they said the timing was going to cost $35 to get adjusted. All right, fair enough. Come back in the afternoon, your car will be ready. I'm thinking, oh, you're right, fair enough. I come back, hop in the car, and it's lacking power. Oh, what? It was like, you know, it was like dragging a you know, like 5 ton behind the car. So I took it for a race around Mount Panorama, thinking that the carburetor was blocked. I was going up hills slower than a chug. So I was going down hills, you know, well, it's only 60 mile an hour, but, you know, I was, you know, leaving it in second gear and having it, you know, trying to clear out the carby, thinking that. I thought, nah, something's wrong here. They've adjusted the timing, but something's wrong. So I took it back. I said it was slow and sluggish. I don't know what's going on. And he said, well, he said, well, we fixed it. I said, what'd you do? He said, you know, we adjusted the timing. And I said, well, have you got a timing light? Because something wasn't right there. And he said, oh, no, our timing light's broken. I said, well, how could you adjust the timing on it? You know, because I've already paid them for the car that had already been $35. And he said, well, our timing light's broken. He said, oh, well, you know, generally you adjust them by the ear, the time, you know, where the distributor cap is. He said, generally you adjust them by the ear. So he sort of adjusted it by the ear, and he said, oh, that should be a little bit better now. So I took it for a run again. It was running sluggish and carrying on. And I thought, shit, you know, this car's not, you know, doing much. So anyway, I took it back again, you know, in the afternoon, you know, it was late afternoon again. And I said, you know, I've been thinking about this. You can't adjust. I said, you know, you got a broken timing light, and you're adjusting it by. Oh, well, he said, oh, you know, none of us have ever worked on these cars before. I said, well, how the hell do you think you can adjust the timing and charge me $35 by ear, and you haven't got, and your timing light's broken, and you haven't lined it up, you know, with the timing mark. You know, they carried on. They said, we done the job, da 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 da. I argued with the manager there, and I said, you know, I want my money back. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, what you're doing, you charged me $35 to adjust. You didn't even replace the points of all things. I said, you just, you know, adjusted this and tightened the screwdriver and thought that will do. Well, they said, well, we work on later model cars, not early model cars. Oh, shit. So I went back, and I wouldn't do nothing about it. So I thought, well, I can't drive the car like this. You know, the timing just doesn't, it's so chugga boom boom. So I took it down to another car place, and I thought, well, what do I mean, I can't drive it. Sound, you know, going slow. I can adjust it myself by hand, and it just doesn't. So I took it down there, and I waited an hour and a half, and the bloke, he's worked on it during that day, you know, when I took it down there. He said, you know what? He said, I've done whatever I can, but I can't get it right. He said, your timing chain is off by 2 links. He said, you can't adjust the timing on this because, you know, the links are off on the timing chain. Well, anyway, I think to find that out, it cost me $70. Again. But anyway, at least I got that diagnosis, and he did use, and I did tell him that I took it to the other place, and they didn't use a timing gun. The timing gun is something that they add to the car, and you'll notice that and you connect it to one of the leads, and it flashes like a disco strobe. And the ring down, anyway, at the bottom, has a timing mark, which usually you mark it with a piece of paint or something, and you line that up to the centre of another mark. Well, anyway, that's just a timing mark. But anyway, it cost me that money just to find out that. But the other people, they wouldn't give the money back because they said they'd done their job, but they'd never worked on those cars before. They work on later models, you know, with computers. So anyway, some mechanics are fucked. Some of them just, you know, you take it in, they tell you they'll repair something, but they repair jack shit nothing. Just thought I'd tell you about sometimes even men get screwed over by the mechanics, and I mean, what could I do? Call the coppers and tell them that they didn't do their job? But next time I learnt, you know, that to buy my own timing chain, or borrow my own timing light from someone else and get that sorted out.